All right, we're going to welcome a special guest here. We have Adrian Portelli from LMCT Plus. We promised you some breaking news around a W1, so we'll get to that a little bit later. But welcome to the show, Adrian.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, man.
So I guess the first thing would be, tell us a bit about yourself, man. Like before you got involved with LMCT, you're a Melbourne boy, you grew up here. What did you do leading up to forming LMCT Plus?
Yeah, mate. So Melbourne boy, born in the West, grew up there as well, and just moved over to the States when I was about 23, 24, and had a car chauffeur business over there, believe it or not. Random, just to get me into the country, to get my visa. So went over there and before we knew it, that expanded and we had a few S-classes and Cadillac Escalades and
nice.
we're doing a lot of Hollywood work. So a lot of the celebrities up there. And so I did that, sold that business and then started some IT ventures up there with a few Silicon Valley folks over there and got into the whole game up there and created some software up there and sold that and then came back down here and then that's how LMCT started. So it's basically the same business that we created over in LA.
Yep.
And just tweaked it a bit and brought it down here.
Yeah, cool. And what's more your passion for cars? Is it the Aussie muscle stuff? I mean, what did you grow up liking?
Mate, I was a Holden boy, yeah. So my old man's got a Toronto SLR 5000 sitting there. Andrew, he's not selling it to you, mate. But he bought it brand new. So from Kevin Dennis, it was his first car. So he's still got that, just stored away.
And what's been your car journey like? What was your first car?
Oh, I had a WRX. I was in the whole Jap scene growing up.
Typical buzzer, huh?
Mate, if you saw it, it was yellow. Yeah, it was like canary. Oh, not canary. It was
a full like auto salon kind of spec.
Yeah, it had a big front mount.
AMEs on it?
No, it didn't have AMEs.
Oh, come on. But, not full muzzle then.
No, but it was pretty hectic. Yeah. But I wish I could find that car actually. But yeah.
God, no, nice. And I suppose we got to know each other through this Maloo that you bought. So so
that was interesting.
I suppose I got to drive it before you. So I mean, well.
I know, mate. Taking it to all the job sites and that.
Yeah, that's it. So tell us about that. Was that exciting?
Yeah, that was exciting. So we didn't really know we were going to buy it until we started seeing it all over the news. Yeah. And then like, you know what? Yeah, be a bit of fun. Just to flex a little and just buy it.
So a bit of balls to the wall. I mean, paying that kind of money for that. But what's the plans with that now? Yeah, so that's just stored away at the moment. So it comes out every now and then. We took it to so you took it to a Narry.
Yeah,
out of all things, he takes out.
This car show was
risky.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
There was like thousands of people, and
so what's the thought process? Is the insurance more than the purchase price? You're thinking you can make more money that way by taking it to Narry and might get knocked off, or what?
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's the plan. Yeah, a few people messaged us like, "Why you take it to Narry?"
Yeah, I know. Like,
but there was some nice rides there actually.
Yeah, that's actually I've been to that a few times. So I went and built King Jam. Took that out to that Narry car meet and stuff. So it was
Was that the Harlequin thing?
No, it was kind of I've changed all the different kind of colours, but it was kind of
big blower at the front.
No, so it was a turbo.
Okay.
Yeah, turbo 408 and things like that. So cool thing.
Yeah.
Won top Sanan at Summernats and was in Street Machine and stuff. So cool car.
Yeah, there's a few cars up there, so we went down there pretty much just to offer a few people to buy. Yeah, we go shopping, so we go to shows and try buy them off them.
So you're obviously involved in the car scene. That's how it all came together. So that totally makes sense. I guess tell us about LMCT Plus. I mean, it's real interesting for me. I'm kind of involved in Silicon Valley as well. Just put it out there and got a lot of connections over there. I like investing in startups and just things that think outside the box. This is one of those things that I liked about it. I don't know a whole lot about it till Justin told me about it. I mean, I guess, how did you come up with the idea? Talk us through the company. How big is your company? How many people? Do you have a headquarters? All that kind of stuff, and just how you really formed it.
Yeah, so basically, I used to buy and sell cars when I was younger. I'm sure most of us do, just to turn a bit of money on the side. And after, being exposed to the whole IT side of things, we created some software that, when you look online and to buy a car, for example, you're looking, maybe a handful of cars, you do your research on those cars, but in hindsight, there's hundreds of thousands of cars for sale weekly in Australia. So basically we created some software that spends day and night scraping data from multiple websites, whether it be car sales, eBay, etc. And what it does is it calculates profit margins. So at the click of a button, you could sort through 200,000 cars in 5 seconds, and it'll show you which car you can make the most money on in Australia.
Wow.
So it was super, super powerful software. It still needed some manual background searching and such, but it pretty much done it off market value and the kilometers and such. And yeah, from that, we could make $10,000-$15,000 on each car on average, buying something. Wow. Yeah, so I built that for myself, just to help out, make my work easier. And yeah, and then we launched it to the public. And after a week or two, it was trying to gain some traction, and then I was sitting on a few GDRs because I was collecting GDRs at the time, and I said, I'll just give one away just to build some hype behind it, and fast track the process of get some engagement and stuff, and we launched an R32 GDR back in 2018, and it flopped. It's a complete flop.
Okay.
Because nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what the hell this was. So I worked with the Gaming Commission, and we formulated, a way to make it legal, a car giveaway in Australia. And yeah, when we launched it, it's just like, everyone's just like, F off, you scam.
Yeah.
So it's just like, everyone's just like, you're not going to give that away. And oh man, I used to be up to like 3 a.m. just arguing with people because I was so passionate. Yeah. I just loved it so much. And I was just like, someone said it was a scam, I'd just be like on it and just so angry. But yeah, anyway, eventually, we just fine tuned it. We did the first one. It went to Sydney. The next one we did an R34 Mines GDR, which I was lucky enough to buy back off the guy. But so we did that. And then over the last year or two, just fine tuning, and the business model pivoted. So no one was really interested in the car purchasing software. They were more interested in the giveaways. So then we started bringing on workshops, businesses, started bringing them on, and it's almost turned into an automotive Groupon, where it's just a well-oiled machine where everyone benefits. We do these giveaways to drive traffic to our workshops, our partners, and they give discounts to our customers in return. So,
yeah, it's awesome, man.
Worked out well.
Yeah. Good.
What's your team? How many people we're talking about right now? Do you have in your team?
So directly on the team, we got a lot of contractors. So a lot of people overseas that work on our stuff. So all up, maybe directly involved in the team, maybe 10. Yeah. So there's not many overheads. Online business. That's the pleasure of online businesses. There's no overheads on them.
Yeah, you don't have to manage 10, 15 employees on a daily basis. Yeah.
No,
that's the fun part of business,
so
right?
For the size of the business that, we are, turnover and that, and only 10, maybe 5 to 10 full-time people.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, it's all contractors. We don't need a big team around the clock. It's just...
So it's probably more marketing side, is it? Just come up fresh ideas and things? Is that
pretty
the main
much,
driver?
Yeah. So I take care of all the marketing, and then we've just brought on a couple other people. But yeah, I've got my team over in LA as well. So we're setting up in LA.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit that market as well.
Jeez, massive. And I suppose the big burning question out there, there's a lot of skeptics, like you're saying, how these work and all that. But let's get to the nitty gritty. They make a lot of money, not make a lot of money? Is this more of the front, I guess, to kick off the next stage of the business? Like what's, tell us about it.
So obviously they turn over something.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing it if, we wouldn't be able to buy these cars if it wasn't. But we've been doing it for 3 years. So with our lists now, we've got, 180,000 customers Australia-wide. So by the time we actually go live, a lot of our overheads are already covered.
Yep.
And that's it. And then the money we do make, we put that onto the next car. And we just keep building our audience. So our goal is just to build our lists, our audience lists.
Yep.
And like I said, and that's how we're able to do it. So people are like, you can't give away a Ferrari in a week. It's like, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Because we've got 180,000 customer base.
Yep. Okay.
So would you say a big part of your business is data and AI as well?
100%.
That's it. That's where it's all going, right?
That's every business.
Yeah.
It's if every business has a healthy
that's where it's aimed more towards that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
For the average punter, they look at it as in, raffles, they make the money, they pocket the money. And I don't see that. I think it's like you said, it's all about getting that database, getting that network. Exactly. So if this then flips into something else, you've got to
and that's exactly what we're doing. We've built a car sales platform. Yeah. So we're going to create a car sales because it's very controlled at the moment by one company.
Yeah,
obviously.
It's monopoly. Yeah,
it's just monopolized. So just to be able to bring in just a cheaper alternative for people. And that's where building this data and building the brand comes into play. So doing these giveaways and outrageous things, we're building a brand, we're building a loyal customer base. And then once we do launch the car sales website, we've already got a solid foundation to build upon.
So when is that coming? Is that breaking news for us?
That is, I reckon, 2 months. It will be live.
Wow,
so
awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
so
that's awesome.
Yeah, man. So the W1, we're going to aim it around there and we're going to launch around there. So,
and kind of break down a car for us. I mean, obviously, say like this W1 Maloo, I mean, by the time you got your purchase costs, other fees and things, so you got that marketing fees on top. So where's the profit come into? Is it more from the marketing?
Yeah, so
side, or?
On average, we spend each promotion on average costs us about $700,000-800,000 to run a promotion for about a week. A week and a half. So the Maloo, you got 1.1 already. To reel in.
A lot of tickets you got to sell.
That's a lot of packages you got to sell. Yeah. So 1.1 million, and then your marketing costs and that. The promotion itself will probably be about I don't know, maybe 1.6 mil. Once it's all done. So
nice.
I'm confident. We
what,
can
tickets for that one are what? $60 is it?
$30.
$30?
Yeah.
So you spoke about the first car you did that flopped. So did you? Essentially, you were owed what for that car? The first one.
It was a 32 GDR. So back then, 3-4 years ago, I think we only paid $10,000 for it.
Oh, so it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
Have you had any nervous? You know, you haven't got close to your number, so you've hit them all out of the park pretty much. Fantastic.
I wouldn't say hit them out of the park.
You haven't gotten nervous where you're like, shit, are we going to cover costs with this one?
It's impossible not to with our user base now.
So you're saying that 180,000 you have, all of them are buying a ticket guaranteed, yeah?
No. But even if you do 1%, you're talking
straight away.
You're talking 1,500, 2,000 sales.
Yep.
And if you can average, if you can reel in as much as those costs as possible before you even go live. And that's how we're able to do it. So we shoot them maybe 4 or 5 days before we actually go live. Shoot it to our customer base. And then once we do go live, it's reeling in whatever's left.
And then a portion of that is to charity, right?
Yeah, so we've got our own charity now. So we still do. We work with Make-A-Wish. So in the 3 years, I think we've donated to charities and back to Aussie businesses about $800,000 in the 3 years. So we were donating to Make-A-Wish, but I think we just wanted more control over it. So we've got our own charity now. It's called Little Legends Foundation, and it allows us to get more hands-on. We can go out, we can direct the funds. We don't have as many overheads. So
and so what is Little Legends?
So we help just like us Aussies that are just doing it tough. Young kids. So last week our team took 9 little kids, little Aussies to Australia Zoo for the day, and we can get hands on with Make-A-Wish. We couldn't get hands on. We didn't know where the funds were going.
It's fair.
We still support them, but we couldn't show our customers how they're making a difference. With our own charity, we can film, we can go out, we can get people involved, and people love that. So
good man. And so how many have you done over the 3 years? How many raffles?
31 we've done now.
Okay.
31. So now we're doing it weekly. So we've done the loyalty membership now. So it's a no-brainer actually. It's like $19.99 a month. You go into every single draw we do.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And each month, you remember, you keep accumulating more entries. So it's like an incentive to stay on. So if you remember for 3 months, you get 3 entries into everything. They're in the Maloo. They're in everything. Yeah. So last week, our VLBT1 called up the guy, had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, Adrian from LMCT asked, hey, how are you? I'm like, oh, not bad. I'm like, you just want a VL? He's like, what?
Crazy.
Because he's a loyalty. He's already in there. So he just wanted a BT1. No idea. And same with the Trackhawk. One for $20. Didn't even know it was in it.
Jeez. And I guess what are the odds in these kind of raffles? Like, I suppose comparing to Lotto and things like that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. Now we're getting to a point where they're life changing. So we want to make people million. With our draws now, we can make people instant millionaires. So the odds look, they're pretty good considering. You probably maybe get, I don't know, maybe 5,000-10,000 people enter the draw directly. So they're your odds.
What's your highest ever?
Highest ever?
Ticket purchases for a car. What car was it?
It would have been the Oh, the Land Cruiser. The
Really?
first Land Cruiser we did.
What did that get? How many roughly?
Oh, how many? I think it was, I can't even remember, to be honest. But that was in the top end. But yeah, the Land Cruiser we had to shut it off early.
Really?
We shut it off.
That's a good
We
thing,
just
right?
shut it off early. So we shut off 2 days early. And then the Brocky came in second.
Yeah.
But supercars, they don't run well.
They don't.
Yeah, it's actually, I was about 2 weeks ago, we were talking about that. You know, we're actually talking about Euro cars and things like that, but said they just don't do well. It's
flop.
the four-wheel drives and
They do not.
Aussie stuff. So
The supercars, it's just a flexer, really, just to say you did it.
Yeah.
It gets attention, but do people want to win them? I don't think so. Like when people think of the general public, when they think of their dream car, they probably think of the HSV or the.
I suppose when you think it could be this being scared of maintenance costs and things, because what's included? I mean, is it the car and insurance you pay?
So we cover the stamp duty, and we don't do insurance just because
Okay.
there's so many
That could
factors with insurance.
Yeah.
Whoever wins it could be 18,
Yeah,
65, no license
Yeah.
thing. We can't insure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This could be Troy. Troy might win it.
Yes.
I can't get insurance on that.
No. Someone on their L's wins it. Drives it on their L's.
So
What about it? Have servicing costs included though, because you can generally get them from purchase.
we cover the stamp duty and the registration,
Yeah.
right? We do offer cash alternative for them sort of cars. You offer cash
I was
because you
gonna ask you
can't expect to just dump a supercar on someone's driveway and be like, here you go.
Because I was going to ask you about that. I mean,
It's a
say
burden.
like the W1 Maloo, you're going to do that or cash, or what's
I'll do cash, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll probably offer, I don't know, 600.
Yeah.
And they've got the option. You know what I mean?
that's
You've
awesome.
got options.
I'll offer 650. I'll bid you up. 650.
700.
Yeah, it could be a spin-off. Chuck it on eBay and see what happens.
Well, that's the thing. You got to give them an option. You can't just slap them with their car and be like, here you go.
Yeah. What's the go with that? I mean, if they take the cash and you get to keep it, will you raffle it again, or
No, we don't raffle it again. We'd get bloody criticised for that as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of skeptics, but you don't blame people.
Yeah, exactly.
When someone doesn't understand business and the business model,
Yeah.
they can't grasp how you can do
That's
this.
how we could probably wear him down and get that cheap again. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Not a bad
what?
idea.
Everyone that wins, it happens all the time. Everyone that wins, they say they've had to deactivate Facebook or their social media just because they get bombarded by all these seagulls. It's like, oh, you want a track hawk for $30? I'm going to offer you 10 grand. It's just like, no, you dickhead. It doesn't work like
That's
that.
Justin for sure. Filling up the inbox.
They get bombarded, yeah.
Tom, how hard is it to get government approval for all this? Like, what are the hoops you got to jump through to get approved to do kind of
It's
He's asking how we're going to make. How can we make LMCT plus?
plus and more. Well, at the start, we had to work and we had to fine tune and work on our T's and C's and figure out how to make it all legal. But now it's pretty straightforward. You know, they all know who we are because all these other guys are coming in and trying to replicate or rip off. Basically, they're just cloning our website and
I've seen
changing
that
the
in the
logos.
UK. I mean, the next place doing the identical thing, but you get a car and 20 grand worth of cash in the boot. And all this kind of stuff.
So there's a few companies here now in Australia that are doing it. So I think there's about 6 of them that have just trying to clone what we're doing. So the commission are cracking down on it now. So they're making things a lot more difficult. They want valuations done on the cars.
Yeah, of course.
And every state different laws. So each time you do it, especially when you're running them weekly, it's a full-time job just for someone just to sit there submitting permits, making sure the T's and C's are right.
We stumbled across the C63 video.
Yes.
Break us down how that. I've read. I think it was your comment. Was it
The one that
caught on fire?
Oh, the one that caught on
Did he
fire?
call you crying or wasn't it?
No. He told me when it happened.
Yeah.
He just said it caught on fire, like fire. I was at a birthday or something. I can't remember. I don't know what it was. A 5-year-old birthday, and he told me it caught on fire. I'm like, oh yeah. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And then he sent me pictures, and I'm just like, okay, that does look a little bit bad. I said, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. And then it popped up on social media.
Oh, yeah.
I said, mate, I spoke to him. I said, just go to bed. Wake up in the morning, you'll be fine. I wake up in the morning, it's all over the fucking news. I said, yeah, you're going to have to go back to bed.
Man, I reckon I had probably about 50 mates that discovered LMCT Plus from that
video.
incident.
Yeah, I thanked him. So we went up to Sydney. I've seen him a couple of times. He's actually a really good kid. When I was speaking to the news, I was telling him, he said actually a good kid, but they don't put that stuff in there. But to be honest, that 2019 onward AMGs, you can't turn off traction control. So you can't turn it off. No matter, you got all these fancy traction control buttons in an AMG, you turn them off, you can't sit there and do a braking because of the launch control and stuff. It won't let you do it. Wow. So he actually I'm not going to say anything actually, but yeah, there's a way to bypass it.
Yeah.
Whatever's, on and off on the throttle. It actually tricks the computer, but yeah, that time it didn't work.
Wow. Yeah.
That time it didn't work.
Yeah, expensive mistake. Expensive mistake.
Yeah. So
tell us about the lead up of buying the first W1 Maloo. Did you always have kind of in your mind as soon as you saw it listed, you're like, yeah, I'm buying that? Because I believe, Justin's was heavily involved in the sale of that and helping out his, can we say your boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, your boss and going through all that and had some pretty interesting bidders get in touch, right?
Yeah. All leading up to it. Because I think there was a lot of skeptics around and everything that, saying dodgy bids, all these kind of things that, claims that we actually knew each other and everything leading up to it. So there's a lot of things going on there, but, so we actually met each other after that actually transaction took place and everything. But, but some celebrities, everyone involved in it, we're actually shocked on the day from, I guess, all these people I spoke to leading up to it. And I'm kidding you, probably about 10 genuine cashed up buyers ready for that. And then actually when I went to the day, didn't even move further. So it was actually a shock. And then
shock for me as well. I was going to keep going.
Yeah, exactly. So, but, I think that there was murmurs around at the time about the red W1 Maloo that was actually going to go up for sale, and I thought maybe that might have changed hands in the background, So from some key, especially one big celebrity that was keen on buying, I thought he actually might have bought that in the background. So
there were a lot of dummy bids.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to Mark from Lloyd's, and he said just if you get outbidded, just hold off because there were a lot of dummy bids now.
Yeah, seeing bids were
how it got
gone up and down.
How it got to $1 million whether it was all legitimate, I don't know.
Yep.
But in the end, you had to be verified.
Yep.
To bid, and there were a lot of bids going on, and then that bid that retracted. So you don't really know, I guess.
Oh, exactly. I was chatting to the guy who pushed it over the mill, at stage of one, and I thought he was going to go pretty hard at it, leading up to it. But so
well, I would have kept going. So I would have probably gone to 1.5, I reckon.
Yeah, exactly. So
I got myself a bargain.
Yeah, you did. Did well.
Nah, it's a publicity as well that goes with it. So
exactly.
That's what we want. We can get it. Try and make money. Got it for publicity.
Big car going for raffle. Was it 4 o'clock today?
4 o'clock today. We got the Nismo GDR. So $250,000 GDR.
Yeah, damn cool thing. So
they are very cool cars.
Yeah, no, Boomer's been looking at those as well. So I've never driven one. What are they like?
Oh, absolutely mental. So I've had a couple of 35 GDRs and then got the Nismo, and they're just mind blowing. Yeah, they're expensive, but the performance you get out of it.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I think they are a damn good investment for later on as well. So
anything GDR with a GDR on it is a good investment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anything. So same thing. I bought a 33 GDR.
Yeah.
For like 15 grand 2-3 years ago. Series 3 V spec.
Yeah.
Now you wouldn't find one at 100.
I remember, when a mate of mine bought a Millennium Jade GDR at the time then, and that was like
34.
I think 130 or something he paid, and we thought he was crazy. And
now
over 400 grand.
400 grand.
Yeah. Insane.
And they're pushing that price in not just Australia.
Yeah.
In Japan, they're pushing records.
Yeah. Yeah. And tell us about, because you just came back from South Australia with some 4-wheel drives and stuff. What went on over there? So
no comment.
Did any videos come out? No, nothing come out.
All right, So
we took all the 4Bs. So we got 3 4Bs at the moment. We got the new Defender. We got a 79 series that's up now, and we got a 200 series.
Yeah.
So we've teamed up with Patriot Campers. They've supplied us with the X3 camper, so we put that behind the 79, and then we took the Defender out. So Defender was the standout by far.
Yeah, we actually Bogue and I are both fans of those Defender. Love the look of them. They are incredible, but How do they perform?
A lot of the 4B, so the 4B guys we work with, when we said we got a Defender, they're like, what the hell's this crap? Yeah, because they're all the 79 series and the 200. Yeah. They love all that stuff. We took them out. We had probably 10 cars, fleet of us, and it absolutely just destroyed all of them. They were shocked. Jeez. Now they're all looking to buy one. Like we took them to the sand dunes and the hills these guys were trying to get up. They couldn't get them up. 79, the Defender, just straight up without a hitch, without a hiccup, just straight up, no worries in the world. Yeah. Take it into town. Everyone's just completely gobsmacked. These things, they look incredible. So we've lifted it, added some goodies to it, and
well, there you go. If you buy one for your missus and she's got to drive up a curb outside Chatty or something at Christmas time to park it, it'll perform.
Yeah, my missus loves the G-Wagons, and I've been trying to talk her off that hill because I'm not a fan of the way they drive and everything about them.
I probably wouldn't get a Defender then. Yeah, Defender's cool. So that was actually my sister's car. So she bought it brand new. And she drove it for a week and she didn't like it. So she went and bought a GL. Oh, it's just like really blokey car.
Well, we had a Wrangler. She had a Wrangler for a while.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she enjoyed that. She enjoyed that, but she just loves the look of the G-Wagon, the typical box look. And I'm just like, I just can't. I just don't think.
You don't like them?
I don't mind the look of them.
They're good. They hold their value as well.
They do. I had a teammate that had one. I just thought value for money, bang for buck. I was like, I just don't think it's worth that money. Yeah. I think it's more a statement piece than anything.
Oh, 100%.
100%. So that's why when I saw the Defender, I'm like, that's more reasonable. It's more reasonably priced. It looks good. So I was kind of pushing it that way.
Yeah, it's just really rugged. Like, I don't know. It's
a little rough. Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels like it's just a real like plastics and off-roader car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she went and bought a GL instead. And I took that.
Nice. And so I guess what other cars on the horizon? I mean, I've seen you've been buying up a fair bit. I mean, turn up in a Lambo Performante.
Yeah, so we went and bought a Performante.
Yep.
So basically we work with everyone. We work with Duttons and a lot of wholesalers, and they'll just shoot us their list of what they've got, and if we like it, we like it. So we went and bought a Mustang 67, I think it was. Okay. And we're going to do a 1-day giveaway on that this week.
Wow.
So 24 hours, midnight to midnight. Get in. Whoever gets in. Just close the gates and
What kind of Mustang is it?
It's just a 67.
What is it, a GT or is it?
Yeah, just a GT, yeah. So I'll show you some photos later. But
numbers matching, custom?
Yeah. What are we talking? It's all matching. So it was all, it was from, Duttons. Duttons had it. Okay. It's just this little red thing just sitting there. It looked really good. So I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah, if it's automatic, Joe Ingles bought a Mustang back in the day, mint, numbers matching and manual. Couldn't drive manual.
Oh, he couldn't drive manual. Well, this one's automatic.
He got it converted though.
Oh, he got it converted.
Numbers matching car.
He didn't.
I've been railing him for years.
Oh my goodness.
Joe Ingles knows I've been giving him shit nonstop and Justin Howes as well online. But so I guess like with your pivot kind of towards a car sales type platform, will we continue to see the big purchases that you're doing through LMCT Plus?
100%. They're only going to get bigger now. So we've locked down an apartment over in Surfers Paradise, chuck a couple of Range Rovers in the garage. Yeah, we just really want to just push the boundaries. Yeah. Change people's lives, once you're hitting, receive $1 million phone call, turn you into an instant millionaire. That's the goal. So we're doing apartments now, houses. Well, I don't know where the sky's the limit. Just keep going. We've got no boundaries. And they love it. People love it. So you're giving the average day Aussie a chance to win cars that have just gone ballistic in price. Yeah. Who can afford a W1 these days?
Oh, exactly.
Every Aussie, who wouldn't want a W1?
Yeah.
And they're just out of range for people. So to be able to give people an opportunity to win rare cars and expensive cars, it's a good feeling, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were speaking about earlier, kind of in our show, before you arrived, that fuel cars beyond 2030, we don't even know if you'll be legally allowed to drive them the way things are going. So you might need to start storing some cans of fuel and put those on LMCT Plus down the track, because it's going to be big money just for some petrol, mate.
It's coming that way, isn't it? It's a bit scary.
Well, we were talking about the fact that if you're an old school collector and you're 10 years away from retirement and you're aspiring to buy this beautiful Mustang or whatever it is, are you going to even be able to afford it? Because I've got a feeling the government's going to put some sort of
tax on it.
Yeah,
anything got to do with fuel. Yeah.
Anything to do with fuel. So
just to push the electric. Yeah.
But speaking of W1, some breaking news. We have the purchaser of the second W1 Maloo. Is that you?
I don't know. Is it? Yeah, mate. I don't know. Someone sent it to us on LMCT. Of course they did.
Yeah, who'd do such a thing?
I don't know. Someone sent it to us, and I'm like, oh man. I looked at it, and yeah, it didn't take long. I think we got the deal done in what?
We did, yeah.
15 minutes. I just messaged Justin. I said, yeah, offer him $1 million. And he's like, I don't think he'd take $1 million. I said, I'll just give him 1.5 then. Just
So that was interesting. So yeah, we were chatting during the week and sending across a link when it's gone up for sale, and he's like, fuck. Want it. So yeah, went through. So there you go. LMCT Plus now own 2 W1 Maloos.
People are going to be so upset.
Yeah. God.
So upset. We had this one girl when I won the auction. She messaged us and she's like, "Oh, you guys are idiots. This car should be in a museum."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Well, you go bloody pay $1 million and put it in a museum."
Oh man, I'll tell you, I've had people lose their minds seeing you eating Macca's in the back of it and going down to Water Garden Shopping Centre, parking it. So,
it's a car.
Yeah.
The car's not worth $1 million. The history of the car's worth $1 million.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's just a.
And you are right there. I mean, after that win, I had so many questions come to me going, like, oh, do I think it's worth that money? No, I don't. But it's that, and that's the thing that these cars are worth around. It's the history and the hype at the time.
That's what you're paying for. You're not paying. Even W1s, you're not paying $400,000 or $500,000 because the car's worth $500,000. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, what drives better, the Lambo or the W1? It's just like, what are you on about? Like,
at the end of the day, you got to get another one. Where are you going to get one?
Yeah.
Like you've now got the market corner.
That's what you're paying for. That's what people don't understand. You're not paying $1 million for the car. You're paying for the history of the car.
And even just the access to it.
Exactly.
It's an access. It's a statement piece in history. HSV's gone. FPV's gone.
Exactly.
So these people saying, oh, it's too expensive for $1 million. Oh, I go buy one for $500,000.
Exactly.
Good luck, mate.
Exactly.
You're not going to get one.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that even in it, I guess you even look at it in the moment that you can get just a GDSR sedan, like one of the Gen F2 GDSR sedans. You get one of those, or you get like that 550 I've got out there. It's an M550 twin turbo V8 that drives way better and everything. But this thing, that's a depreciating asset versus appreciating asset because of the history and the hype. So
exactly right. And same thing. I bought a Murcielago SV and 160 or 148 or something in the world.
Yeah.
And worst car to drive. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But it was a childhood dream. So it's good to look at.
Yeah.
To drive it. Nah, I come out of that thing. I reckon I need massage for a couple of hours just to get my back straight again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a pig to drive. But the newer cars, we've got Pista or a McLaren 720 that we had, and they drive a million times better.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're paying for the rarity of the car.
Yeah, crazy. And what is in your personal collection?
So I've got a couple of GDRs, so a 33 GDR and a 34 GDR, the mines I bought back. And I've got a Murcielago SV.
Yep.
Pista, Ferrari Pista. And that's about it for now.
Yeah.
And then obviously all the LMCT cars that are in the garage.
Yeah.
That we try and buy back. But yeah, I'm looking, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I just want rarer cars now. So
yeah, okay. What's your dream car? Like what are you trying to chase down?
Dream car? I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind a LaFerrari, but there was one for sale. Dutton's had one for like 4 or 5 mil, and it's just like, no.
Yeah.
I don't think I can. I'd love it, but you can't even drive it on the road.
Yeah. Jeez. You can get it and try and raffle it off and do a buyback and see if you can get it.
$4 million. No, that's not going to happen. What are your ultimate cars?
I mean, I guess my ultimate one is for Ferrari F40. So that was my poster car as a kid and just one. So yeah.
And you, Andrew?
Mine, funnily enough, was a VR Walkinshaw.
And you got it.
Yeah, I got it. So being in a position to obviously purchase a lot of cars that I wanted as a kid. My dad was a mechanic, so I used to go to the workshop as a kid and see him working on those cars and the Brockies and all that and just be like, holy shit, like, this is so awesome. And the Walkie's kind of an acquired taste, plastic pig and all that, but something historical about it, and it stood out. It was, especially these days, you drive down the street, every car's white, black, or grey, especially in Melbourne, everything looks the same. You take that car out and people are like, even people that don't know what the car is, it's like, wow, what is that car? It's great. And it's an acquired taste, but it's different. And that was a car. And then just your Brockies, like the Blue Meanie Brock, fun to drive. Boss 429, I thought I'd never have a chance to own one of those. Fantastic car to drive. 69, like, you got to drive the fucking car. That's the good thing about the old school cars, man. Like,
there's no electronics or
you got to downshift in corners. You got to know how to brake. You don't brake. You brake before. You don't brake in the corner. Like, a lot of kids, you put a kid, 18, 19, 20-year-old now, like that's going into you're going straight through the corner. Like, so that's a fun thing about those cars and what brings you back in talking about what we talk about with a rare car being so expensive. It's nostalgia. It's a rare car that you can't get again. You can't get to do it again, and that's what makes it fun.
But I'll tell you now, when I guess to talk about actually getting out and driving these cars, the best thing. So when we went and picked up this Walkinshaw, so it had all been cleaned underneath. This was this guy's fucking pride and joy, saying like every little inch of it he must have had like cotton buds and that underneath, just doing everything.
It's long, right?
Yeah. So we're going down to pick it up in this day, pissing with fucking rain, right? It was pouring. And I was talking a little bit, you could hardly see driving past Point Cook and all that, like going down there. And we're rocked up, and then the guys walked outside, and he's like, said to me, "Where's the tow truck? Like, what's happening?" We're like, "I'm fucking driving it home." And he's like, you can actually see his eyes tearing up. He's like looking at the car, looking outside and everything. He's like, "Nah, you guys are taking the piss." He's looking up and down the street. "Where's the tow truck?" Like, "Nah, we're driving it home." And I've never seen life taken out of someone like that.
That's funny. Yeah, same thing with the Murcielago. The guy just had it under the covers. I think in 3 years he drove it 60 kilometers. Wouldn't drive it, and he's like, "This car has never seen rain." Yeah. And that same day I was at Water Garden Shop doing my groceries and pissing down rain. Just doing my groceries and mate, they're cars. Yeah, that's what they're for. They're for people to enjoy. Yeah, there's nothing worse than hiding a car. You know what I mean? Get it out there, let people enjoy it.
Yeah, that's it. Huh?
And that's why I've got the W1 out right now. Like, it's like I got to a point where I've got some cars stored, and you kind of think about, I don't want to put too much Ks on it. It's like, you know what? Like, enjoy the car.
I see you walked up today. It's raining. Turns up.
Yeah, W1.
Enjoy it.
Cruising it around. And you want to enjoy it. You want to, I think the worst thing is not driving them, to be honest, because they have more issues with them from not driving them.
Same with my Murcielago's been off the road for 3-4 months.
From not driving it, right?
From not driving it.
Yeah, and it just does your head in. So just one of those things. But look, we appreciate your time, Adrian Portelli from LMCT Plus.